Hey, Apple lovers, how you all doing? Apple lovers, welcome to the house. How have you all been? My name, if you are new, is Mamle Yoko Godwins. If you don't know me yet, I'm a single mother of 2 boys. If you don't know me yet, also, I am a psychiatric nurse practitioner. And yes, if you don't know me yet, guess what? I have been a victim and a survivor of intimate partner violence. And I have also been a victim and a survivor in the making of parental alienation with a narcissist parental alienator. If you want to know more about all these topics, I welcome you to subscribe to this channel, like my videos, share them, and comment, guys. Comment. We are gonna know, and you're gonna get informed about a whole lot about parenting, co-parenting. Recently I premiered a video on co-parenting with a narcissist or a parental alienator using power parenting. If you want to know more about that, check that up. It's a 45-minute video. It's long, but yes, it's worth listening. It also has codependency in it, and this video is going to do with codependency. Okay, sugar daddy, side chick, money, sugar daddy, somebody's husband, side chick. Yeah, are you there? Side chick, right? Yeah, side chick. Oh, sugar, somebody's husband, money. Okay, we're gonna talk about it. Okay, so this video really has to do with MzBel, Tracy Boakye. I did not want to say nothing about it because I don't like associating with disrespectful people. Yes, and I'm going to explain that. But I decided to talk about it because this disrespectful person was suspended, and also because people are saying she's suffering from postpartum depression. So I want to talk about our behaviors as a people, the so-called sugar daddy in question and everything. Okay, so we're going to talk about it. So welcome on board. Thank you all to my old subscribers. Thank you to my new subscribers. Thank you to everybody that is here. Continue to support us. Okay, so let's get into it. Personally, somebody's desire to be a side chick, somebody's desire to be with a single man versus somebody's husband versus somebody's desire to be with a younger guy versus a sugar daddy. It is all individual choice, individual decision, and I can't say much about it. What I'm gonna talk about, however, is the fact that we tend to make excuses for people. We tend to make excuses for people. We tend to enable people's behavior as a people, as Ghanaians, as a nation, as humans. We tend to enable bad behaviors. We tend to make excuses for bad behaviors, and the attitude of codependency. We have a married woman here who is married to a politician, the so-called sugar daddy, who is still married. Probably, I'm guessing she's still married to this man. Okay, and is still holding that title, refusing to divorce this man because of material gain, financial gain, properties. That is a codependence behavior. She is in the marriage suffering but don't care because of, so it's a cultural thing. It is a cultural thing. So she's still there, married to this man because of what? The gain. Then you have this disrespectful Tracy Boakye. She is rude. She's arrogant. She has no moral values. She's not cultured. Oh, that girl's mouth stinks. And if she want to insult me, she's free to do that. But guess what? This skin is thick. It doesn't take it. What this skin survived, Tracy Boakye's insult is a token. It's just mediocre. It's just ew. This girl is rude. This girl is disrespectful. This girl is nasty. This girl is arrogant on somebody's worth. And that is what I want you women making excuses for her that she has postpartum depression to come. I want to talk to you. Draw closer. Come, let's talk. Can you tell me which psychiatrist, which mental health professional, which psychologist evaluated her and came up with that diagnosis? Call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. This girl is not cultured. She is filthy ill. She is nasty. She called women that can murder her old, because hey, being old is a disease. Being old is a crime. Being old is a sin. Being old, man, you will be. Being old is a curse, yo. Being old is a curse according to that. God help me out. I mean, not use those words. And you all women want to make excuses for her mental illness. What is mental illness? When somebody is being defiant because she's enabled by somebody's husband and using state money to enable this arrogance, to nurture this arrogance, to make her more rude, come out and state that she has postpartum depression. Well, get her help then. Get her help then. What kind of role model? How are we raising our kids? See, when I go to work and people disrespect me, I always say it has everything to do with them. Their insecurities, their imperfections, their demons, their own battles. And I always ask, how is bullying going to finish in the school systems? How is bullying going to be ended when you have people doing such things? Adults enabling such behaviors. So you have a wife here who is codependent, sucking up abuse, sucking up emotional pain, sucking up being not satisfied in her marriage, but sticking there because of the title and the material wealth. Then you have a man that is so disrespectful to himself, has no self-worth, has no dignity for himself, has no self-discipline, has no self-respect, wasting state resources, and the kids are on the street, and women are still having children on the floors in the hospitals. And you have this man using state resources to enable such a uncultured girl. Tracy Boakye is a girl. I have nephews that are older than Tracy Boakye. So yes, she is a girl, and I'm not going to address her as a woman, as a lady. No, she does not fit those criteria. Just like she has the nerve to insult women and talk about they are old women. Hello? Is she okay? Is everything okay up there? Oh, maybe that's why you are making the excuse for her as suffering from postpartum depression. Excuse me, then get her the right help. Did you see her coming out constantly and still pushing insults? Did you all see her coming out constantly talking? Did you see that? Even her apology thing she posted, she wasn't sorry. Did you not see the arrogance in her? She said it. She's not remorseful. She's not remorseful. She issued the apology because some people ganged up on her. And did you see what she's saying? She doesn't care. She's not remorseful. She said, only my fans. I came out because of my fans. I said I'm sorry because of my fans. She is not remorseful. She's arrogant, and she's not cultured enough to even have that sense of worth that will make her feel like and understand the impact her words has made. And for that man who claims to be telling her all those things about MzBel, listen. Self-respect, he's got none. But the other thing is, as to even the man did tell her, Tracy Boakye, about how this other woman, excuse my language, private and vagina does look like. Let's put this down. You understand? It is another thing to figure out, even if this man ever told her frantically that she, the other woman in question, MzBel or whatever, because I don't believe that. I don't believe that the man who said that. But if the man can enable her this much, maybe he did. Maybe he did. But let me tell you, you are this huge. You have these cross legs. I don't want it to even go there. You are, look at Tracy Boakye. Look at Ghana. Look at the heat. And you telling me you don't stink as a woman? You use menstrual pads as a woman? Tracy Boakye, do you? Like, seriously. I can imagine a woman wouldn't be nurtured or trained to be this. So I came out, like I said, because of two things. The fact that I feel like she's been enabled by the people who are saying she has postpartum depression. And two, by this letter that was issued, says that suspension of Miss Tracy Boakye. Our attention has been drawn to a recent publications and circulation of videos on various social media platforms of vulgar and unprintable exchanges between Tracy Boakye and MzBel. The contents are so bad and affront to our Ghanaian cultures, traditions, ethics, and sensibilities. The Film Producers Association of Ghana, FIPAG, I guess, finds their actions very regrettable, especially that of Miss Tracy Boakye, who happened to be an actress and a film producer and therefore supposed to serve as a role model. The Film Producers Association of Ghana wishes to render an unqualified apology to the general public and man involved for her behavior, as that display of character does represent what the film industry stands for or wishes to propagate. We wish that Ghanaians will find a space in their hearts to forgive her. In their view of this, FIPAG has immediately suspended Ms. Tracy Boakye indefinitely. She is not to take part in any of activities during this period until the situation is reviewed. Okay. Did you see her response that came out after this? She said she is not a member of them, and that is why they are not qualified to suspend her. And that is the problem. Anybody can start anything because they have somebody, state money enabling them to do it, to produce anything they want, and hey, everybody will go and watch it or something like that. What are the regulations? What are the process of becoming a producer, filmmaker, all that? Do they have to be associated? Do they have to be registered first? Do they have to be? So has she gone through all these processes? You see the loopholes in the system? You see the system? So this whole thing is a systemic issue. This whole thing is a systemic issue. We have a married man and the supposedly politician who is a horrible role model himself, who has no self-discipline, who has no self-worth, who is not, doesn't have self-respect for himself, lacks that. And then we have Tracy Boakye, uncultured. So how are we raising our boys? How is this guy raised? Men. And that is why I keep saying, women, we can do better. I will never fight over a man and make him feel or look so important in the eyes of another woman. No, I won't. So you're fighting your fellow woman because of the material gain. Codependence attitude. Codependence, your codependence. Codependence. So the system in the so-called Film Production Association of Ghana or something, the Film Producers Association of Ghana. What is this process? Tracy Boakye said you don't have the right to suspend her when she's not your member. I'm here right now. I'm a registered nurse, right? I can lose my license without being a member of the American Nurses Association, without being a member of the Maryland, the state I live in, Nurses Association. I can still lose my license to practice if I go against certain ethical rules. What is the process for Ghanaians? For somebody to be acknowledged as a producer, to be identified as a producer and a filmmaker. Mothers, fathers, parents, how are we raising our children? We're raising them to lack self-esteem, to not be have discipline, to not have self-worth, self-respect enough to respect their wives at home, and become a public property, and become prostitutes, and sleep unprotected with anything in skirt. Sleep unprotected with anything in skirt. And have women bitter fight over each other over him. Is he worth that? Is he worth that attention? And then Ghanaians, women, call a spade a spade. Call a spade a spade. Stop making excuses for the girl. She is rude. She came out to apologize. She said, I did it because of my fans, because of my followers. I think I offended you guys. Because people are telling her. Okay. They said she's suspended. Did you see her response? How can she be suspended when she is not their member? You see? So, as a people, we all have a long way to go. We all have a long way to go. Then when it comes to the issue of side chicking and all that, I don't talk about it because whilst I personally would not want to be a side chick, this old woman here, see, I am not going to want to be nobody's side chick. No, no, no. This old woman here is not going to be nobody's side chick. But the choice to be a side chick has different motivation factors. Financial factor, greed, desire to be rich overnight. Like, it's all who you want, what you want to be, what you like, your desires. Then let's talk about money. Is being rich a bad thing? Is having money a bad thing? Your girl here, I love money. I love money. Yes, provided the money is coming from the right source. It's good. But don't go and use somebody's husband and state money to become who you are overnight and deceive poor people of a different story. Tell them different story altogether. That is my issue. So social media is not a good role model for you girls out there. If you are looking at me right now, social media is not a good role model for you. Stop looking at people's posts, people's marriages, people's flaunting their material wealth, flaunting their happiness, even happiness. Don't look at somebody's social media presentation of a smile and think they are so happy and see me come here with my straight face and think, oh, she's been through so much, so she's going through a lot. Do you know how many women tell me, oh, you've been through a lot? And you know how many times I've heard that, and that is so disgusting and annoying when I hear that. Why don't you celebrate where I am today rather than talking about, oh, you've been through a lot? And then that's the same thing Ghanaians would do. The slightest time you come and verbalize your emotions, come and speak your truth. Oh, she's depressed. Oh, she's gone through a lot. Oh, she's this. Oh, she's that. Bitch. Ghanaians, humans, blacks, Africans, as a people, let's not look at somebody's behavior and say, oh, she's depressed, oh, she's this, or he's that. That alone is not enough. That alone is not enough to identify somebody. The social media doctors. You can't come out boldly and talk about your emotions, your experience, and not be judged. Somebody cannot come and disrespect somebody, be rude to people, and not go scot-free. People, we can do better. We can do better. We can do better. We can do better. It's my 2 cents on Tracy Boakye on the issue of giving her a pass on having postpartum. You cannot go and hide behind postpartum depression. You can't. Who do we identify as a role model? Where is the decency? There is no decency whatsoever. There is no decency whatsoever. There is no decency. No decency. It's just a rude, disrespectful, spoiled, arrogant, uncultured thing. Rude, stinky mouth, nasty, disgusting to watch and listen to this fool. Disgusting. Yes, disgusting. Irritating. And that is why I did not talk about it. But now I'm going to talk about it because of the suspension letter and women talking about postpartum depression. Postpartum depression. Postpartum depression. Come with me. Let's talk about Tracy Boakye and MzBel. Tracy Boakye and MzBel. Guys, so what I want to tell young girls out there is, yes, there is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting a man that can take care of you, that can provide for you, that can do everything for you that you want, that meets your standard, okay? But most importantly, put value in yourself first, because when you put value in yourself, when you get a man that even provides for you, you appreciate it even more. That is just an icing on the cake. But most importantly, what are the values? The value is to go for somebody's husband, break the home, and brag about it and what he or she is doing for you. Brag about what he is doing for you. That is my concern. What kind of role models do we have? You understand? So the fact that she was, and then like I said, Tracy Boakye is rude, very rude, uncultured, and disrespectful girl. She's a girl because she's 29 according to the post I'm seeing on social media. She's 29 years old. And since I'm in my 40s and I'm old, as she described as old people, I pray she never gets old. She wants to insult old people. The new old is 40. Look at MzBel that she's insulting, and in fact insulting all women because they are old, man. Look at her, 29, 2 children with 2 baby daddies, petting with somebody's husband, and can only brag about the ability to graduate from petting with somebody's husband and use that as an insult. Heavens. Use that as an insult. For who? To who though? To who? And deceive young girls, talking in almost of her videos how she built her wealth with 300 cedis. Why don't you tell young girls the truth? Or just hush? Who want to know what you have and what you don't have? You are bragging on what somebody did for you. You are bragging on what somebody did for you. You are bragging on what somebody, it's not mine, it's ours. Somebody did it for you. And if in fact the person put your name on that on the documents of the house, according to sources, you even used made like juju to bottle him up. But I don't want to talk about all of that because you know what? The man has to allow himself first for all that to happen. The man has to allow himself first for all that to happen. You understand? So first of all, and then the next thing is people are talking about she is depressed, postpartum depression. You see the problem we have as Ghanaians, we don't call a spade a spade. This is a rude, disrespectful, uncultured, arrogant girl, a spoiled brat that needs lashes. She needs cane. Then because some people liked her or love her or have association with her, want to give her a pass on postpartum depression. Let me ask you this. Who has assessed her? Tell me the psychologist or the psychiatrist that evaluated Tracy Boakye and stated with evidence, with clinical evidence, that this girl has postpartum depression. This girl is suffering from postpartum depression. As a nation, as a people, we have a problem. We have a long way to go. As a people, as Ghanaians, as women, we have a long way to go. Culturally, socially, we have a long way to go. Call a spade a spade. Call a spade and cut it out. That's my opinion. I did not want her to say nothing about it, but when I saw that she was suspended, there is no decency whatsoever. There is no decency. No decency. It's just a rude, disrespectful, spoiled, arrogant, uncultured thing. Rude, 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 stinky mouth, nasty, disgusting to watch and listen to this fool. Disgusting. Yes, disgusting. Irritating. And that is why I did not talk about it. But now I'm going to talk about it because of the suspension letter and women talking about postpartum depression. Postpartum depression. People, we can do better. We can do better. We can do better. We can do better. So you see me here again, guys. I just want to say thank you for hanging in here with me. This is my 2 cents on Tracy Boakye on the issue of giving her a pass on having postpartum, you cannot go and hide behind postpartum depression. You can't go and hide behind postpartum depression. So that's my 2 cents, guys. Thanks for following, and I ask you to continue to support, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on Instagram, EPA_worldwide, Facebook, EPA worldwide page, and we will continue the fight and awareness on parental alienation. Please stop it, okay? Will you?